G'day battlers, and today we're going to be going over my Sinister Cup 2.0 winning run through the Aussie Twitch Amigos Sinister Cup tournament. But first, if you haven't already, go up and click on that link up the top there to watch my Sinister Cup 2.0 meta simplified infographic, because that'll kind of give you an idea of what all the matchups are, whether it's a good idea or a bad idea for me to make any switches. Obviously I'll be saying it as we go, but yeah, just to give you a little bit more of an idea of what's going on in the cup. And so yeah, this was through the Aussie Twitch Amigos Discord, which is the one run by me, DrTrotter, and Fish and a Heater. So that'll be linked in the description below as well. There'll be plenty more Sylph tournaments coming out in the future over the next season of Sylph. If you do want to join in there, there's also, remote raids, all the good stuff. That is linked down below if you want to join that. But yeah, with all that said, let's get into it. So my team here, we've got Trash Wormadam, which is a very spicy pick, Shiftry, Honchkrow, Alolan Marowak, Machamp, and Metacham. So actually, shout out to Eric Seifert, I think the name is. I think I'm remembering that right. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but I think I remember the letters. Shout out to him, because he actually suggested this team in the comment section of the Sinister Cup meta infographic video. It's got a really good PvP poke spread. Now there are some oddities in this team, in saying one, I don't own a Metacham, so we kind of go in 5-man, and that Metacham is just putting in a little bit more pressure against the steel types. And then that Trash Wormadam, we're not actually going to use it in this entire tournament. So what Wormadam is really good at is just tidying up those edges, beating the kind of fringe Pokemon that aren't going to be like mainstream meta, but they will like kind of round out some other teams. So for example, Claydol or Gardevoir, for example, it's going to be beating those. So just kind of, yeah, the side picks that aren't guaranteed to show up, but they will show up. And if they do, Wormadam will be there to clean them up. But yeah, we don't actually use it in this video. So that means we're only going to be using those 4 in the middle. So we use Shiftry, Honchkrow, Alolan Marowak, and Machamp to sweep this entire tournament. And this actually was streamed live on Twitch, by the way, so there'll be some, Twitch icons hanging around. There'll be some chat in the bottom left. So if you do want to give that Twitch a follow, the link will also be in the description below. All sorts of things to click. I'll remind you at the end of the video as well. So if you want to like watch this video first and then, go over to Twitch, give it a follow for future live tournament sort of runs, that'll be there too. So yeah, let's get into the battle. So up against MercilessVisys, I'm not sure how to say that, but they've got Shiftry, Steelix, Dusclops, Bastiodon, Alolan Marowak, and Metacham. So obviously they've got double steel, and that is something that we are a little bit worried about. So Machamp is basically guaranteed to show up in our squad, so I think we're going to lead it, and then if it isn't a steel type, we'll just have to run away, bait out the steel type, and then come back into it, I guess. So yeah, let's get into the battles. So we've got Machamp, Alolan Marowak, and Honchkrow there, and let's go. We've got Machamp, and that is Dusclops, which is not what we wanted to see at all. Switch out into Honchkrow, and expecting a steel to come in, and there is that Bastiodon. So this is really bad for us, and we actually only have a single moved shiny. Honchkrow is shiny, so that's cool. It's purple. I like purple. But yeah, we've only got Sky Attack, so it's not going to really do anything to Bastiodon at all. We do get 2 off though, so it just kind of chips it down a little bit. Then we're going to be able to bring Machamp back in, kind of farm the Bastiodon all the way down, have a whole lot of energy. And then Dusclops is probably going to be coming back out after we farm down this Bastiodon. And then we'll just kind of unload our energy onto that Dusclops basically, and we'll see what happens from there. So we're going to eat a Flamethrower, which is all good. Machamp can tank any move from the Bastiodon. Going to be able to counter down before another one comes through, and then the Dusclops is going to come in. I think we're going for the switch there actually. Yep. Into the switch, hoping that it's got something that is weak to Alolan Marowak in the back, so that this isn't the worst switch in the world. And they are staying in, which either means they've got something in the back that is good against our Machamp, or it means that they just have something that's really bad against Alolan Marowak in the back. So we'll see which one kind of ends up being. If we eat a Shadow Punch, he's burned a lot of energy now. We kind of have to get this bait successfully, or else we're in a really rough spot. So we throw the Bone Club, and there's a shield. So that's definitely a good spot. We still need to burn another one, and we're kind of getting low on health at this point. The Shadow Punches are going to be coming through really quick too, so shield off that. And then I think we're going to go straight for the Shadow Ball, and then I think we're going to let our Marowak go down. Unless the switching window is going to come up, because then we can... Nope, switching window's up. So we're going to switch into Machamp, throw this energy straight away, just to put so much pressure onto that Dusclops, and maybe save our Marowak for the matchup in the back. Doesn't quite take it out, but hopefully we can counter it. Ooh, switching out to Metacham, and unfortunately, it was the situation where Marowak would be really good against Metacham. Machamp is really kind of useless against both, so let Machamp go down. In comes the Alolan Marowak, and unfortunately we're just so low at this point that we're just not going to be able to take out both the Dusclops, which has some energy, and also the Metacham, so unfortunately game 1 is going to be a bust. We're going straight for the Shadow Ball too, which I'm not sure what we thought we were going to do. when we went to the second battle, or when we got to the Dusclops in the end, because then that Shadow Punch would be coming through before we knew it. But into game 2, and another bad lead with Machamp versus Medicham. We'll see how we can play out of it. We've got 2 Pokemon on a team that are not great against Medicham, the other one being Shiftry here, and they switch out into Dusclops, which I think that may have swung the tide of this whole battle, because that is a really bad spot for that Dusclops to be in. Obviously it does have Fire Punch, which is going to be super effective, but we have Foul Play, and the Foul Plays, which are doing super effective damage back, are going to be doing more damage to them than the Fire Punches are doing to us. So it's kind of just a game of burning shields. So as soon as you don't burn shields, you are going to be losing health fast. So burning both shields in that Dusclops, and that means that we're going to be doing the same, and we're going to burn our second shield here because we really want to win switch advantage back, so that we don't land our Machamp on the Medicham, and instead we can get the Alolan Marowak on that Medicham, and hopefully Machamp has a bit of time in the back, maybe it's the Bastion again, but yeah, land that Foul Play, take out Dusclops. Medicham does come back in, but the thing about Medicham is that it still doesn't want to get hit by a Foul Play because it has that Psychic typing. So we throw this through, and it's going to do neutral, I think, because it's all about fighting, and that does a chunk of damage on Medicham. And I think we're going to bring in Alolan Marowak, because there's nothing that Medicham has that could really threaten us with all of the energy, so we're happy to kind of soak it. But they switch out into Bastiodon, and so let's switch into Machamp. We're in a great spot now. We're going to be able to farm down the rest of this Bastiodon, and I think we're going to let a charge move come through if it did, because then, we don't have any shields, but we're happy to let it come through, because then Marowak would just be able to farm up a little bit of energy on the Bastiodon, and then throw the energy at the Medicham, but turns out Machamp does it all on his own, so we are now 1-1. I probably should have slowed down the team selection bit, just so we could kind of see what teams, but I guess we're only using 4 Pokemon, so, you know, there's not too many options. But we've got Marowak up against the Dusclops now, which is... it could be good, it could be bad, it depends how the baits and shields go. So if we can land the Shadow Ball, then this turns into a brilliant matchup. So we're going for the Bone Club bait straight of all, so we'll see if it does get the shield. The fact that we didn't burn a shield might make them not use one, but they did use one, so that's definitely good for us. And I think we're going to, good thing we didn't go for the Shadow Ball, because in comes that Shiftry, almost took out our Alolan Marowak, so it's a good thing that we kept that energy there, because that is going to do a real lot for us later on. So in comes the Machamp. Leaf Blade does so much damage to Machamp just because that attack stat on the Shiftry is so high, so we have to burn a shield now. And we're hoping to be able to counter down and just have a bunch of energy, because that desync we were worried, but luckily it does turn out that we are able to farm down. And then in comes something. In comes the Medicham, so just going to throw the energy. We go for the Rock Slide, which I actually don't know if that's the right move or not. Doesn't matter too much because Marowak is going to do most of the work. We do get a cross drop off, so kind of the more charge moves the better, I guess. Just pack on that energy, the pressure, the potential for the opponent to shield, but they do take down our Machamp now. And then we're not going to bring in Shiftry because that would be very bad, so bring in the Marowak, and we go for the Bone Club, just trying to bait out that shield, which maybe is a little bit risky, and they don't take it. I feel like that was definitely a bad play, because why would they protect their Medicham, I guess? Like, we should have just gone straight for the Shadow Ball, because now they're going to get this charge move off, but maybe that works out in our favour, because it means that Shiftry is going to be able to come... Oh, never mind, because Marowak held on by a sliver. We were planning on getting Shiftry in, get a little bit of energy, but yeah, no need, and then getting a shield up the Fire Punch there, and we up. I think we're going to be able to get to 2 Foul Plays before another Fire Punch comes through after this one, and that should seal the deal for us, I think. Actually, maybe we won't. Oh, we go for the shield bait with the Leaf Blade. And if we get this shield, actually, I think it might be, because we got that, I think that actually might have been the thing that solidified it for us. Because if we went for double Foul Play, I think that Fire Punch actually would have come through, or even a Shadow Punch. I'm not sure if Shadow Punch would have finished it off, but that is a win in round 1. So going into round 2, up against David is here. He's got Poliwrath, Bastiodon, Gallade, Escavalier, Marowak, and Dusclops. So definitely an interesting thing Gallade there. It's not something that Machamp wants to see again. But we kind of want to bring that Machamp because he's got 2 steals. But maybe our double fighter is going to scare some steals away. But we go Machamp, Honchkrow, and Alolan Marowak. Let's see how we do. So we land the lead, Machamp versus Bastiodon. Absolutely brilliant for us. They switch to Dusclops. We switch into Honchkrow. So this is still kind of... It's actually not the best situation for Honchkrow to be in. It is a Dark type against a Ghost type. But because we don't have any Dark charge moves, Sky Attack does do a lot. But we are so frail that any charge moves coming our way are really going to hurt. Or Fire Punches more than the Ghost Shadow Punches. So that's how much the Fire Punch does, and we can't take another one. So we're kind of forced to shield there. Even if it was a shield bait, it's probably worth the shield. And at this point we were hoping we could maybe farm down, but unfortunately we were one snarl short. So I think we're going to have to burn another shield. Oh, no, we let it come through. Oh, it is the Shadow Punch. That is lucky. Yeah, if that was the Fire Punch, it would be a different situation. And unfortunately we don't get the Sky Attack off. I'm pretty sure I was tapping it, so I don't know if the counter just like snuck in, like we weren't tapping in the right second or whatever, but it doesn't matter too much because it's not like the Sky Attack was going to do too much because it does have that steel typing as well. But bring in Marowak, throw the Bone Club, get one shield. So all good. We'll just throw another Bone Club before a charge move comes through from Escavalier's end. Not too worried at this point. Boom, boom, boom. Get another shield, and we've got Machamp in the back. And that Machamp is going to be up against Escavalier and Bastiodon. And what do those two dudes have in common? They have the steel typing. And yeah, we're looking pretty good at this point, I think. So Marowak just throwing another Bone Club, just weakening down that Escavalier. Boom, and then I think we're going to switch into Machamp, get some energy up on the Escavalier. Oh, we actually go for the cross chop, just because we were worried about the charge move coming through from the Escavalier, and just want to make sure that we don't turn this from an easy win to a loss. Because yeah, we only have one shield. If we save it for the Bastiodon might be able to get one charge move off. So yeah, we just wanted to keep that shield in case. It turns out we didn't actually need it because we did throw that energy that quick. But going into game 2, we're leading Machamp again, hoping that he doesn't change, and he does not change from the Bastiodon lead, which is just brilliant for us. So expecting a pretty quick switch out again. Into Alolan Marowak this time, so we still bring in Honchkrow, and this is actually a better matchup for us because Bone Club is going to do nothing. Shadow Ball, it is going to hurt because we're so squishy, but we do have that Dark typing that's going to resist it. So if we get hit with one, we'll kind of see how it does. But yeah, we're not going to shield because even if it's a Shadow Ball, we can probably tank it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you land a Fire Blast and totally swing this tide from a game that was looking really good for us to a game that we are now on the back foot. That was just an insane land. Absolutely brilliant move choice from David is here, and maybe something you can bring into your own Sinister Cups. Never know. But we shield up the Shadow Ball, which is pretty huge for us because now they've got no shields. They switch into Bastiodon before we throw that Shadow Ball, so they weren't able to successfully soak our energy, which is really good for us. Just go for this cross drop on the Bastiodon. We're probably going to see Marowak come back in, so we're hoping to farm up a little bit of energy so we can maybe get to a Rock Slide before the Marowak takes us out. It actually brings in the Escavalier, so I'm not sure if that was the best. What do we have? We had Marowak in the back, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were just trying to weaken down the Machamp so they could get something off on the Marowak. I'm not sure. I can't get right behind that decision because I do feel like yeah, the Marowak could at least maybe get a Shadow Ball off. We do still have that shield, so I think we're going to let Machamp... Oh, actually, we can kind of go either way. We could, like, shield and then bring in our sweep in the back. Shield the Shadow Ball, though, and we do get this Rock Slide off. So, yeah, we could have gone either way, but we did decide to go the Machamp way because we had that Rock Slide ready instead of kind of risking it for the biscuit, and that is GG's there. So, that puts us 2-0, and going to the last round, we switch into Honchkrow, and they switch out of the Bastiodon lead, which is exactly what we were hoping for, so it went really well for us. And again, we're kind of in that situation where Fire Punches are scary. Again, even though it's Dark type versus Ghost type, it is not a guaranteed win at all. The fact that in that other matchup we got hit by a Fire Punch and a Shadow Punch, I think, kind of put us in an okay spot. So again, we let that first Fire Punch come through just in case they're kind of going to let their Dusclops go down. So yeah, throw the Sky Attack and gets the shield. So burn both shields now. I do decide to burn a shield thinking that it'll play out the same as that other matchup. So, you know, another Shadow Punch is going to come through. We're going to get to this Sky Attack, take out the Dusclops. But he gets it one turn quicker, which may have been a desync thing. Actually, that's the same that it went last time. But he got a Fire Punch off. So, I'm not sure if they tapped the Shadow Punch and they could have had the Fire Punch the last time, or if they just knew they had to get that extra Hex, go for the Fire Punch this time. But it did do well for them because it took out a Honchkrow. Had to bring in our Marowak now. And we're really in a rough spot. Even though we're a shield up, this isn't good for us. And we go for the Bone Club, which is a really strange move because they don't have any shields to bait out. I don't know if we thought that we would then be able to Hex down and then not get hit by a charge move, because yeah, that's obviously not how it's turned out and really not the best for us. Bring in Machamp now, and I think we were kind of hoping that it would be an Escavalier Bastion in the back, but Glade. Yeah, Machamp's not going to do anything here, but it is GG's. We still won round 2, and we went 2-1, so that is GG's there. Thanks to David is here for the battles. Yeah, we didn't get the Bone Club off, but it wouldn't have changed anything anyway. So going into round 3, up against the big DrTrotter, link to his Twitch channel in the description below, which has got Shiftry, Primate, Dusclops, Escavalier, Frostlass, and Empoleon. So definitely some interesting picks here. He's also got Double Fighter with the Escavalier and Primate. Frostlass is one I'm a little bit worried about because one of our Dark types, well, both of our Dark types, Shiftry and Honchkrow, are going to be weak to that ice damage. So I'm definitely expecting Frostlass to hang around. We'll see if we can kind of deal with it with our Marowak and our Machamp maybe. Empoleon's another interesting one too, but going in with Marowak, Shiftry, and Machamp in the back. So yeah, I think we're kind of hoping for a Frostlass to be hiding in the back so we can get a Rock Slide off with our Machamp. That isn't how it goes though, but this isn't the worst spot for us anyway, because yeah, obviously Ghost versus Ghost, gonna be good either way. He switches to try and catch the Shadow Ball into Empoleon, but we did only go for the Bone Club bait, which still isn't great for us. You know, ideally we would have not thrown anything at all, but definitely still not bad because we do have a chunk of energy left on that Marowak. We just have to be careful of Frostlass's energy later on. Switches into Empoleon, and that lets us switch into Shifty, which is great for us. Lets the Empoleon go down and brings in the Frostlass. Finally got some extra energy. I'm pretty sure it was like already at the Avalanche maybe, but we shared up the Avalanche because we know we can get to this foul play before a second charge move does come through. So yeah. Hopefully, yeah, burns the shield off the Frostlass, and now it's 1-1. We kind of have to think about what we want to do now. I'm not sure if that was the right... I think we were kind of just betting on the fact that we could get to another foul play before a charge move comes through. A little bit of lag there, but it looks like it might have been mutual. Because, yeah, we kind of did that thing where you catch up on the quick moves, but get the foul play off just before we go down. DrTrotter was definitely hoping to farm us down there. But we burned both shields, so no more shields on the table. Bring him a champ just because our Marowak was so low that Frostlass would have been able to take it out. So we're kind of banking on our Marowak to be able to do some work with a Shadow Ball later on. In comes Dusclops, so actually that might have been the perfect play for us. Get the Shadow Ball, and is this going to finish off Dusclops? Dusclops is very tanky, but it's also, yeah, that does so much. We're not going to be able to Hex down, but we can tank a Shadow Punch, and I think that move of bringing in our Machamp so that our Marowak didn't go down was the right play, just because Marowak is really well, the fact that it's got Shadow Ball, any Ghost type that has Shadow Ball can be a really good closer, and that's definitely what we're trying to do here, except that didn't work out for us and we actually lost that battle. So all of those things that I was saying were you know, it was still a good play, it just didn't quite land as the match. So in came the Escavalier, and he's switching to Frostlass, and we waited so long to switch into Shiftry, which was so dumb. So Machamp, if we stayed in, we would have been in a pretty decent spot. We could have got to a Rock Slide if shields went our way, and then we would have had to deal with Escavalier later, which is what we didn't want to do. So we switched into Shiftry to be like, yeah, Shiftry versus Frostlass, we're going to get these foul plays off quick. But because we waited so late, that Frostlass was just chunking on energy. So on stream, when I was streaming this on Twitch, I was just, you know, talking this entire battle after that decision about, I have thrown this battle away. I just, DrTrotter wins. I cannot believe I threw it away. That is so insane. Why didn't I switch sooner? Rudder. Go for the Bone Club and then switch into Machamp to go for this cross top. Just trying to put as much pressure onto this Frostlass as possible. Get rid of it if you can with all its energy. How much, I wasn't counting just now. I was thinking about the Twitch stream, so I don't know how much energy you had. But go for the Rock Slide. We're still not in a great spot here because Dusclops in a great spot up against our Machamp. We're not doing much damage with either of our charge moves here. And yeah, I think we're just going to let it come through and then save our shield for the Marowak. Because yeah, we're not doing much here. So using the shield would just kind of be a waste. Kind of lucky for us that DrTrotter does decide to go for the charge move there, because we weren't close to a Rock Slide yet. So we definitely could have farmed up a little bit more. Bring in our Marowak, and I think we're going to farm up a little bit of energy here maybe. We don't want to get hit by Shadow Punches, but we do want some energy to go. So I'm wondering if we go for the Bone Club again and try and burn that last shield. Are we going for the aggressive Hex farm? It kind of seems like we're going for the Hex farm down to have tons of energy going to the back. We are going to be pretty low in health now. Okay, in comes the Escavalier. We're going to be throwing this Shadow Ball. I think we tried to switch to the Bone Club. We went for the Shadow Ball, and lucky we did because he did not shield. Go for the straight back-to-back Bone Club. Hopefully going to take out the Escavalier here. Okay, but get the shield, all good. Can we get to a Bone Club before a charge move comes through? I think we can. Oh, we Hex down, and now we're going to be able to throw a Shadow Ball into the dark. Oh, well, we clicked the Bone Club, but that's still going to take out the Dusclops. That is so clutch. I think DrTrotter was saying after that it was like he lost 3 quick moves on like desync, which is a bit of a shame. Like it's not great to win that way, but I guess I didn't notice even now. But Shiftry versus Empoleon, obviously a really good matchup for us. And then switching into Dusclops. So we decided to kind of throw the charge move straight away, knowing that Leaf Blade is pretty quick to get to later. It's not like Empoleon can threaten Shiftry too much, so landing that lead was actually really huge. Let the Shadow Punch come through, and I think we're going to try and Hex down now. Even if we get hit by another Shadow Punch, not going to be the end of the world. And boom, Empoleon might come in and farm up a ton of energy on us, so maybe we should be spamming a quick move, a charge move, sorry. In comes, yeah, Empoleon, throw the Shadow Ball, just trying to do as much damage onto this Empoleon as possible. Maybe he doesn't shield, because it does shield, so I was thinking that maybe he wouldn't shield just because Shiftry obviously has a really good matchup here anyway, but I guess maybe he's got something weak in the back to Shiftry, like Frostlass or something, just something that doesn't want to get hit by the foul plays. But I actually forgot and then remembered, like, just before clicking that shield, Empoleon has Drill Peck now, which is, yeah, I just neglected to think of it, and I went, oh, wait, I have to shield right now, he's got Drill Peck. Oh, dang. So we do get the Leaf Blade off. And then, doesn't quite take out the Empoleon, but we are going to be able to farm some energy. Oh, gets another charge move off, so I think we're going to let it go down and then bring in our Marowak, wait, was it Marowak or Machamp at the back? Bring in our Machamp in the back, get a little bit of energy in case it was that Frostlass, so we could get the Rock Slide off. We'll try to get the Rock Slide off with our one shield, but it turns out it was Shiftry in the back, which is actually just even better for us. Like, it kind of makes this game to a slam dunk, able to take that out, and that is GG's DrTrotter. So going into the finals up against X3DX Jim Korn, the other person 3-0 in this tournament, who's got Poliwrath, Bastiodon, Haunter, Magneton, Dusclops, and Chandelure. And I even asked Jim Korn, I was like, well, what does your team do? Because I have no idea what's going on here. You know, I don't know what Chandelure does. I don't know. Magneton, I don't know what he's doing. Poliwrath is something that I kind of discounted in this cup because it's a lot worse than back in the original cup because there's more grass types now. So we lead Shiftry and we land the Poliwrath, which is absolutely fantastic. It's not the best thing ever, because Ice Punch is still going to hurt. And at this point, I think I was assuming they had an Ice Punch Dynamic Punch. So we go for the Leaf Blade, get a shield, and yeah, we're kind of thinking what's going to happen. And he actually has Bubble, which is a really interesting one. I guess it was just to nail down the Marowak a little bit more, but I feel like Mud Shot's still the better way to go just because it farms up the energy quicker. But he actually goes for the Power Up Punch there, which I guess now I'm thinking that it's Power Up Punch Ice Punch, just because, yeah, Power Up Punch definitely kind of got us a little bit I mean, we've burnt a shield, and now we've burnt both shields and confirmed his moveset is Power Up Punch Ice Punch. So I think we tried to get the Leaf Blade off before this came through, but I think it's just a Power Up Punch. Yeah, it is. So that's all good. Doesn't quite take us out and catches the Leaf Blade on the Magneton. Lucky for us, Magneton is kind of squishy anyway, so it's not the end of the world. And we actually have Machamp in here, so a little bit worried that a charge move was going to come through, but lucky for us, we actually do counter down. So I was actually really worried at that point. I was like, are we going to get hit by a charge move and have a Machamp like disappear? But no, it was all good. In comes Dusclops though, and as we've seen through this whole video, Machamp not in a great spot up against Dusclops. It was probably the worst spot that Machamp was ever put in. Because, you know, Rock Slide does something, but not heaps. Goes for the Shadow Punch. So, yeah, I guess at least Dusclops isn't doing too much to us either. So it's a very bulky Pokemon as opposed to having attack. So we can get a couple of moves off. Burns the shield on that Rock Slide, which I thought was an interesting decision. I guess he just really valued having this, the Dusclops to try and throw a Fire Punch onto the Shiftry, I guess. But switching into the Poliwrath, bring in our Marowak just because a Power Punch and an Ice Punch, neither of them was going to do anything to us, to Marowak. Switch into the Shiftry, trying to catch the charge move. We didn't catch it, and then almost got the Leaf Blade off, but a charge move was coming through anyway. I think he noticed, get the Fire Punch off just before we could get a foul play. Maybe didn't know how much energy we had, but now getting the Shadow Ball off from the Marowak, and that is going to be GG's on game 1. So we only have to win one more game, and we have swept the Sinister tournament. So Machamp in the lead, going again, trying to catch that. Wait, I was thinking of DrTrotter's team, the Empoleon. We catch a Bastiodon. There is no way that I thought Bastiodon was going to be coming out here. But in comes the Chandelure. So, okay, I have no idea what's going on here. Shiftry is probably a really bad switch in because it's got that fire typing. Goes to the Overheat. So, yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Goes to the attack debuff, actually. So, yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. I'm kind of just playing the best of my ability. I don't really know what moves Chandelure has. I just kind of was expecting fire. But I guess let's go down. In comes the Bastiodon. This isn't terrible for Shiftry. It's not ideal. But no matter what happens, even if our Shiftry goes down, Machamp is going to be able to come back in, kind of clean up the Bastiodon pretty good. putting a lot of pressure onto Bastion with this Shiftry though. Does Leaf Blades keep on coming, and at this point, I'm wondering if it was maybe going up to that like 100 energy, throw a charge move onto Shiftry, and then have almost a charge move to throw at the Machamp. Gets the Stone Edge, throws Shiftry away. We're obviously going to switch into Machamp and instant switch into Haunter. So we were really slow on the switch there. So we were like, okay, we made this mistake up against DrTrotter. We're going to do something because we took so long to switch. So we threw we actually got a shield out of the Haunter, which is really good for us. Let a Shadow Punch come through to eat up some of Haunter's energy, and then switch into the Marowak. So going to go for the Bone Club here, which is really good that we got it off first. So the decision is kind of, the ball's in his court, so to speak. But he's burned one shield, and that Haunter has a lot of energy. I think we're going to try and shield and get a Bone Club off to take out this Haunter. That's kind of our one chance. And we don't get the Bone Club off. But that Haunter is really low at this point, so hopefully Shadow Punch takes us out, and then maybe Machamp can do something, get the Cross Chop off. Was this the last Pokemon? Is Cross Chop going to take out Haunter from Machamp? 1 HP and a Dream. Bastion comes in, and Bastion confirmed counter to Machamp. And now we're like, okay, he's not leading Bastion again. That didn't work. We're going to bring Honchkrow in. So Honchkrow in the lead up against Dusclops. So, okay, this isn't the best matchup of all time. We know this isn't ideal. I guess the most ideal Pokemon for me to land up against Dusclops would have been Shiftry, I suppose. Although even then, Fire Punch still doing some damage. So I guess Dusclops has play against like everything that I'd be throwing at him anyway. So yeah, shared up the Fire Punch. I think we learned from that battle where we lost this lead situation and just want to win this lead. So I think we're actually willing to burn 2 shields in this matchup now. Go for the Sky Attack, burns 1 shield off of Gymcorn, and then I think do we? Nope, no shield. Let that Fire Punch come through, and switching out to Poliwrath, which is actually like, we were going, oh, this is sweet, we can bring the Shiftry. And now that I think about it, keeping Shiftry for Poliwrath, landing the Shiftry on the Poliwrath, going to be better than landing it on the Dusclops when Honchkrow is around. Honchkrow is like really not going to like those Ice Punches, and also the Power Punches. I guess the Power Punches are hidden Shiftry and Honchkrow kind of, one typing likes it sort of deal. One typing doesn't like it. But throwing the Leaf Blade, shielding up that Poliwrath, we're really trying to get this charge move off, and I think we're going to shield up. Because we do oh, no we don't, and it's a Power Punch. But is it going to cost us? Are we going to get this Leaf Blade? We don't get the Leaf Blade, so we do still have a shield, so it's not terrible. Bring in the Honchkrow, and this actually might switch that Dusclops match. Oh no, we're letting it come through. We're just burning up that Poliwrath's energy. Never mind, in comes Marowak, 2 hexes down. And then in comes the Haunter. Because we have so much energy, we go for the Shadow Ball. He switches, catches it into the low health Dusclops, and we're going, oh no, have we just thrown this away? Have we just lost that because he caught the Shadow Ball? But all good, all good. We've still got a shield, so we can shield with this charge move. That last hex we did is going to get us up to the Bone Club, and Haunter is so squishy that, boom, get the Bone Club off, and is this going to finish up the Haunter? I think it might finish off the Haunter. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Booyah! And with that, we have just swept 4-0 the Aussie Twitch Amigos Sinister Cup 2.0 tournament. So thank you to everyone for the battles, and thanks to the other 2 amigos for hosting, along with Tazza, the absolute legend. So yeah, thanks for everyone for the battles. And I do have a couple of a channel update. I just want to update you on the channel in a very short amount of time. So first, I'll go over the stuff that I said I was going to do at the start. So just reminder, join the Discord, and also if you want to go follow me on Twitch, that link will be down there as well. Maybe I should have done that after the channel update for the people that want to like stay for the channel. I'll say Twitch again at like the end of the video. But yeah, also the link to the Silph tournament will be in the description below too, like this one that we just did. And also thanks to all those people who are watching live on Twitch. That was super cool also. Definitely cool to get that first streamed tournament win. Definitely a cool thing, and hopefully the first of many as we go forward. But yeah, just a quick little channel update. I know that I haven't been pumping out a lot of videos in the last little bit, and that was actually because I had a misunderstanding, and I thought that this month was our off month for the Silph season, and we were going to start in September. But it turns out that that is not the deal, and this was actually a kind of half-on month. Like, obviously there was no ×10 tournament, but there are going to be no ranked tournaments in September, and presumably we're going to start in October. They haven't actually said that, so, you know, don't take my word as gospel. I'm just speculating that we're going to start in October, but they've said that there are no ranked tournaments in the month of September. So I probably, if I knew that, I would have put out a lot more videos this month, and it would have taken next month. It's kind of the very slow month. So now I've kind of put myself in a little bit of a bind because I was like, I wasn't prepared to kind of be very inactive for 2 months. I was kind of thinking that I would be going ham on Sylph content like around now. So let me know in the comment section kind of what you want to see on this channel over the next month. I say month because if we start in October, we'll presumably see the October Cup announced by now, so I'll probably be on that Sylph grind. But yeah, thank you for hanging around this long, by the way. Also, you know, like time wise and also channel wise, because it's kind of cool that we've just kind of kept doing what we're doing, growing away. Hero Range actually said like, yeah, I'm passing the Sylph torch to you. So hopefully I do well. I think I'll be doing more. I think I'll try and do like 50-50 battle videos and also kind of more meta looking into type of videos. We'll see how that goes, how we get there, when we get there, I mean. So yeah, this has been a little bit of a long ramble, so I'm going to cut myself off here. And again, comments below, let me know kind of what you want to see, if there's anything particular you want to see, or I might even move over to Twitch a little bit more in the time being. So yeah, again, Twitch link, description below. So thank you to my patrons, Militime958, brajSF, and not Newman, Yahwertle and SqeakyNL for supporting the channel, because that is super cool. And also to Sadipoo for making that Twitch emote, which I'm really loving. I'm using it all over the place. And also to Raid44 Maze for the 5 gifted subs, and to Oscalicious for subscribing. Sorry to the people that gave me bits the other week in Fernie Oz, and I'm totally blanking on the name, but I put it on screen because I didn't update the image. I'll update it for the next one. Pinky promise. Yeah, I think I said everything I need to say. So I'll see you in the next video, whatever and whenever that may be.